Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us here on SA Today. As we alluded earlier on, that tomorrow is World Food Day. It marks the 74th anniversary of the founding of the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization. Meals on Wheels Community Services will host a major cooking event on the 16th of October, which is tomorrow, to cook at least 10,000 meals and feed the most needy on the day. The event is themed Cook-a-Thon. To tell us more about this, we joined in studio now by Yanela Takawira. She is a Senior Training and Development Manager at Meals on Wheels. Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for coming through.
Good afternoon, Palisa. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much indeed. Now, I've given a bit of background to the day, but let's just talk about its significance really since the day came into being about 40 years ago.
Yes. Okay, firstly, let me just give you a brief background about Meals on Wheels. So Meals on Wheels was established in 1964, where they were just serving 16 meals in serving points a month. But now we've since grown. We literally feed 2.6 million a month through our 210 serving points. And this is in a national footprint. Meals on Wheels has a national footprint. So because we're in the food space, so we observe the World Food Day. So we said this year, we just want to go big. You know, we do the feeding every day. For us, the 16th of October is just an event. But every day, Meals on Wheels feed beneficiaries that are underprivileged through their savings points, you know. So we just said, okay, through the assistance of our donors, of the corporate, to say, let's come together, let's be at Nasdaq Expo Center, let's cook 10,000 meals, you know, to feed 10,000 people, you know. So
quite a huge number.
It is a huge number, and Balisa, we're not doing it alone. We have corporates that have lifted up their hand and they said, we want to join you guys in this great initiative. We want to cook for good. We want to reach out to the underprivileged because a lot of people go hungry.
It is true indeed. So as you say, you feed about 2.6 million
a month.
Per month?
Yes, nationally.
Nationally?
Yes.
But where are you based, and how do you go about choosing places where you can find the needy?
Okay, like I've said, we have a national footprint. So we are in Gauteng. Gauteng alone, we've got 23 branches. So these are the branches that are scattered all over Sebokeng. We've got in Springs. So in everywhere where we can, we set up a small serving point where people can actually just come. So they reach out to the beneficiary that are in the same areas as they are.
So the day really tomorrow aims to highlight, as we said, the plight of about 870 million undernourished people in the world. Most of them live in the rural areas, as we said, where their main source of income is agriculture. And it actually got me thinking that their main source of income is agriculture, and agriculture is supposed to feed the nation. So what's happening here? Where is the problem? What is not being done correctly here?
To be quite frankly, also as Meals on Wheels, we took a strategic position to say, you know what, let's go beyond the plate of food. You know, it's all good that we give cooked food, cooked meals and all of that, but it's not sustainable, and it does create dependency syndrome. So we said, let's go beyond the plate of food. What do I mean by that? We then looked into agriculture. As Meals on Wheels, currently we've got skills development because we're accredited with the Agri-SETA, because we like people to actually be part of their change, you know, where we actually set up food gardens in communities. And this one is very important because when you set up a garden in community, then they have to be accountable for it. They have to be responsible for it. Then that's when people get to see that this we are actually putting into our own solution in the crisis that we actually have.
Because I was about to ask you, when are we going to move away from this initiative of giving people food? When are we going to teach them to do it on their own? So it's a beautiful initiative. How has the response been so far?
It's our newest department that we've just established, but with the farming, we've actually acquired 4 farms already. In the Cook-a-Thon that we're actually doing tomorrow, we're getting some of the produce from our farming, from our own farms, to actually show that, you know what, we need to know where food comes from. We probably think that food comes from supermarkets and all, but it actually doesn't. Hence, even in the ECD spaces which we operate in, we have started those training with the little kids to actually teach them where food comes from. So it's an exciting thing for us. And it's very exciting also because in this program that we're actually doing event tomorrow, we're not doing it alone. We are also in partnership with Gauteng Department of Education. Why Gauteng Department of Education? We knocked on their doors because they've got the nutrition program that they're running. Because so many kids go to school in empty stomach. So we said, we are with you in this one. We agree it's not right for kids to actually learn in empty stomach. They won't even absorb anything. And Department of Education, Gauteng, they were excited. So 4,000 of our meals tomorrow, it's going to their beneficiaries, those schools that have kids that are from underprivileged backgrounds. And another 4,000 is going to Department of Social Development. We're also excited to come on board with us and say, let's join forces in dealing with this crisis of hunger.
Yeah, the public-private partnership that the President has been talking about. So I made mention of the fact that the day highlights the plight of about 870 million undernourished people in the world. Let's just bring it home here and talk about the state of hunger in South Africa. How bad are we looking?
Okay, from that 830 you're talking about, for South Africa alone, we're looking between 13 million and 15 million, and that marks 26% of our total population. So it's quite serious. Like, it's something that we can't sit back and keep quiet about as a nation, because it's very crucial.
And of course, the situation may even worsen with the high unemployment rate.
Exactly, precisely. And most of the beneficiaries that we deal with child-headed homes. You know, we go to squatter camps and you see a child that is supposed to be at school is not at school because they have to look after the little siblings. You know, you see young people that could be at school, but they're not because of the crisis that they're faced with.
Quite a disturbing report I read this morning. As much as we want to address challenges around malnutrition, we are also faced with challenges of overweight children. Let's also talk about that, because I think because of this broken food system that fails to provide children with diets they need to order in order to grow healthy, how do we navigate around that particular issue?
And the ironic thing about it is that, you know, if you don't have food, when you receive food, you don't even interrogate what you're eating. You just take. And most of the time, it's all just the fast foods and all of that. Hence, I'm saying that to us, it's also very important that we don't only just give food, but we actually train. We actually teach about food, about the importance of food. And even when we partnered with Department of Education, it was like, but we've already given food. Like, yes, give us a chance also to promote nutritious meal, balanced meal, because that's what we're actually working towards. It's not just about food, but it's also about good food, nutritious food, and balanced diet.
Healthy eating, indeed. So tomorrow, let's just talk about the event tomorrow. You said that you've already have beneficiaries from the Education Department and the Social Development. And who else? Can I come if I need food?
No, if you do. But do you, Palisa? I don't think so. Anyway, the other 2,000 is in our beneficiaries that we serve every day. Remember, I did mention that we've got our saving points that every day we actually feed. So they'll also be benefiting from this. But it's an amazing setup. I do wish you would come. You can still come if you want. Well, we'll be doing it in a form of a master chef. You know, we've got the different companies, 20 on board, 20 corporates on board to come and cook with us, starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow at Nasdaq Expo Center. So we divide the people that are there into teams. You can be cabbage team, you can be rice team, beetroot. We all make it just fun. It's actually, mostly we do this from our warehouse during the year in our big kitchen that we actually have. We do team buildings. We say build for good. You know, so we still continue with that concept that we come together, we cook these 10,000 meals. Even if this group does 5, 10, 1,000, it doesn't matter, towards the bigger goal of 10,000 meals. Then we go and serve together.
Well, this indeed is a beautiful initiative for a good cause, of course. Thank you so much for coming through, and all the best for tomorrow.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's Yanela Takawira. She's Senior Training and Development Manager at Meals on Wheels. They have what they call a Cook-a-Thon taking place tomorrow at the Centre Convention Center at Nasdaq Expo Center. That's what she said. All right, so it's time now for some sport news. Peter is standing by.